Hello and welcome back to Tabletop Dub Shot, a live action D&D game with all baristas. I am Renee, your dungeon master, and with me is Bela,
Val.
PE, Buka, and Jordan.
Pierce.
Last we left off, our party witnessed the induction of Gilmore into the Lanterns of the Crown, a position that originally was applied by one Pierce Z Shadows, which kind of left you guys in a state of confusion. Afterwards, after meeting again with Weaver and kind of gathering your supplies, you guys went to go and investigate the possible connection that this assassination attempt group has with the Leaning Tree, which also happens to be Buka's place of employment and also home, as he lives upstairs. As they go and investigate, they finally got to meet with the owner of the establishment, who also happens to be Buka's boss at the bar and also his boss for any other jobs that he might end up doing.
And my boss.
And over the course of this conversation, as they were waiting for Hecken to come back later in the evening, Val ended up helping with a bachelorette party. And so Hecken offered her a temporary job. And so while Pierce and Val ended up staying at the Leaning Tree just to kind of observe a little bit and then hang out and drink, and Val was working, Buka was kind of given a last minute assignment to just drop off a box that seemed to contain some semi-magical items at one of the warehouses that Hecken owns. As he reaches the warehouse and does the secret knock, there is this massive explosion, and that is where we are now. Val and Pierce, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
As two
himbos try to hear the explosion. It just happened. Because, I mean, you guys are within proximity.
Got a 19.
Yeah. With a 19, I will say that you do hear this explosion. I think at this point, as you're walking around, you're at a point where like you're close to the door and someone just happens to be like walking in, and it's not loud enough that it sounds like it's immediately next door, but it's enough where like you know that this wasn't like a firework, you know that this wasn't some kind of like, you know, toy or anything like that. Like it sounded like a true explosion.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over with my tray of shots and be like, Patrice girl, you need to distribute these to all of your girls. I need to take care of something.
Thank you so much. You're my best friend. Did you hiccup on command?
My best friend.
As her maid of honor looks hurt beyond hurt at this comment is made.
I look over and just say, sorry, I gotta go. Just
daggers as she stares daggers at you. Very cool. What would Val like to do?
Where's Pierce at this point? Is he just sitting at the bar just listening?
Yeah.
Pierce, did you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh my god.
Did you know that the bride has only known her fiance for 3 weeks?
It's her like 7th wedding, dude. Come on, we gotta go. I think I heard something outside in the direction that Buka went.
Oh, all right, let's go.
Cool. You guys step out into the nice brisk air after being inside the bar for the last handful of hours. As you go, you start to kind of hear commotion. It's still kind of some distance away. It's like further west into the city itself, but there seems to be some level of commotion as some people that are further down the street you can see are kind of starting to like peek out the door as they're starting to also investigate the noise that ended up happening. Go ahead and give me another set of perception checks. These ones you can do with advantage.
Better. 15 for Pierce.
15.
19 again.
Cool. With a 15, I'll say, Pierce, you start to smell smoke. And you can like, after, you know, especially being in the military for a while, there's a huge difference in just traditional like a bonfire smoke or like something from like a chimney versus when a building is on fire. But you can start to smell that heavy, almost like noxious set of smoke. With a 19, Val, you look west, and at this point it's nighttime, and so it's almost hard to see, But as some like the clouds start to part, there's a little bit more moonlight that's available. You start to see heavy, billowing, dark black smoke coming from the direction that Buka headed off to.
At that point, I would just book it and hope that Pierce follows me and gets which direction we're going. I don't say anything.
I'm assuming my perception check would catch Val running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I would, without question, just follow.
Cool. You guys start running and you guys start walking, like running past some people. And in general, the street was fairly empty. But as you guys start heading and running in this direction, more and more people are starting to come out of their homes or other like random like taverns or businesses that are still open at this late hour as you guys are headed off in this direction. We will cut back to our friend Buka. I had you roll a dexterity saving throw. You are still going to take
Give it to me.
9 points of bludgeoning damage as the actual force of the door that was starting to open hits you. And so as you are getting on your feet, you realize that as the door, like the thing that saved you was as the door was opening, it like blew you off to the side. So when the actual explosion and the fire came through the main door, you were not standing right in front of it. So you are off a little bit to the side of the actual building itself. It was this, warehouse style building. And so in this 3-story, warehouse, the entire top is just fully engulfed in flame as all the windows have shattered as well. What would you like to do?
Where's the box? Did I let go of the box? Do I still have the box?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh no. It's not bad. 16.
16, you don't see the box.
Oh.
Okay. I am oh no. I start turning around in circles frantically, searching for the box. And while I'm searching for the box, I think I would finally look up at the building and notice all the flames and just kind of slowly start backing away into an alley that's close by because I think people are going to start showing up.
Yeah. No, yeah. And as you say that, and there's this moment as you are looking, you're disoriented as you literally just got knocked dozens of feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And so as your mind starts to clear, you're looking around for this box, you don't see it, you start backing away as you start to hear footsteps come towards the burning building. And some of them seem to be just like civilians that are a little concerned and checking in on this explosion that just happened within their neighborhood. And then you start to hear like the heavy footsteps and like the clanging of metal as like dozens of guards are starting to go in. And you notice that some of them that seem to be some level of like arcane users are starting to cast like spells in an effort to even mildly put some of the fire away. But you can tell even, no check necessary as it's having minimal effect. But do you stay to look a little bit, or do you think you're gonna cheese it?
I think I kind of shrink down as my back finds a wall. I just kind of slide down and sit as I watch this warehouse burn, and as I realize I lost the box and I almost died.
Yeah, your heart is pounding like crazy.
Yeah.
And you start to hear screams from within the warehouse itself as you start to hear some of the guards yelling amongst themselves like, everyone stay away, and as some of them run into the building itself.
Oh no. Would I have known people that have been working at the warehouse?
I will leave it up to Buka. Do you think Buka would have known someone that would have been there?
The times where the security guards do their night switches, they always start their switch at the Leaning Tree, and then they go into the warehouse, and then the people who are getting off a shift, they come to Leaning Tree to check in, and then they're done. So I think I do know at least a couple of the guards that might be working the warehouse. And as I'm sitting there with my heart pounding, I think I'm gonna cast heroism on myself.
Ooh, love it.
We're sensing a theme here with Buka, with Buka's courage, and
artificially becoming more courageous.
I'm artificially courageous, and I'm going to book it into the building.
You run in as you start to go like past some of the guards. You're like, wait, not seeing obviously who's running into this building, and you go in. There is no, as you run in, there's no immediate flames where you are, as different parts of the warehouse are starting to catch on fire at this point, at least in like these lower levels. But you immediately just feel like heat all around you. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save. It's a low DC. I will say that.
Does not quite matter. What does a 7 get me?
7. You don't. There's no damage or anything, but you start to immediately, like, as you're going in, and your heart is still pounding, and like you've cast heroism on yourself, but you are breathing heavy, and immediately just smoke goes in, and you feel you'll only be able to mechanically only fail a couple of con saves before in-game
before I
effect.
die.
But like just within the game itself, you start to feel, you immediately start like kind of like retching a little bit as just like heavy smoke like has been inhaled. But you look in, and this first floor is pretty flat. There's definitely crates and boxes like as far as like the edge until the end of the warehouse itself.
Mhm.
But you know also that there is some of the more precious things that are upstairs, and typically there's a lot more security up there.
Mhm.
And on the far end of the warehouse is where the staircase is.
Dang. Okay. I think I'm going to throw up my. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna throw up, and then I'm gonna put up my scarf to cover my nose to hopefully help me with a little bit with the smoke. And I'm going to let's burn another sparrow. I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself
We would love it.
as well, which lasts an hour, so I get plus 10 movement speed,
Oh, very cool.
and I'm booking it to the
Cool.
back.
Cool. At this point, you notice that a lot of the flames, like I said, are more in the second and third story, the warehouse. But as the fire is being left unchecked, you notice like the flames are starting to lick down to like the different like support beams throughout the entire building. And you run in, jumping past some flames. Very cool. We're cut back to our friends that are running. As you guys are, for Val and Piers, as you guys are running and making your way towards this area, the scent of smoke starts becoming like super heavy as the flames have started to illuminate the area a lot more. And then it being one of like the bigger buildings, since it's like this warehouse, you can immediately tell that this warehouse is on fire. You guys are still some distance, not like terribly far, but you guys, like, that's the first thing that you guys see as you start closing in on this location. And people at this point are panicking and like worried, like whispers as they're the porches of their homes and like kind of looking. And some people have started standing in the middle of the street just looking at this, craziness that has just happened. And as you guys are running, you guys have to like run past so many of these people as they're starting to crowd as you guys are getting closer and closer to the building itself.
Excuse me, sorry, trying to get through.
I'm just following the gaps that Val makes in front of me since she started in the correct direction before me. I feel like I wouldn't have necessarily caught up to her if we were both, running.
I also think I'll cut like a piece of cloth off of whatever I'm wearing and then tie it around my face just to, if we're going to go in, we need to make sure we're not going to breathe in the ick.
As you guys finally get to like the front of the building itself, there's like a crowd that's gathered, and you notice that some guards are attempting to calm the people and to create some level of civility of what's going on. You guys are kind of at the back part of this group. Go ahead and give me perception checks. Perception or investigation, both would work right now.
They both. Ooh. Investigation. Much better for me. 19.
17.
With a 17 and a 19, as you are starting to make your way in a little bit, you look around, you don't see Buka, but you start to hear whispers amongst the people as they're talking on, maybe not even whispers, but you hear people like talking amongst themselves. And you hear like this, like it seems to be like two, probably like around your guys' age, humans standing kind of like in like nightgowns almost as they've been brought out by the explosion. But you hear them talking amongst themselves, and they're saying like, yeah, the Tabaxi just ran in. It was crazy. And so maybe he knew someone there. Like, I don't know, man. This place is gonna come down soon.
I think at that point that hearing that, still don't say anything to Pierce. I'll just like keep running and excuse me, sorry, and then just book it inside.
Pierce will be like tying the hit like something that he ripped off from his clothes onto his face as he steps into the building.
Some of the guards are focused on this other part of the crowd, and you guys run past them as similarly they're like, wait. And you guys immediately feel just heat and pressure. And then using your guys' same perception checks from right now, the 17 and a 19, it's further down. It's kind of hard to see, but the flames themselves are illuminating so much in this warehouse. You guys see at the far end of the warehouse, up this staircase, you see Buka climbing up the stairs, going towards the second floor.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point, I'm trying to, already knowing that Buka's probably inside, moving as quickly as I can, but now with like more of a sense of direction, knowing that it actually is him, and we like saw him.
I think we're like still running, but like I would scream, Buka!
Buka, as you get to the second floor of this warehouse, you head upstairs, and one of the first things you see is you start to see some people on the ground. Like one is leaning up against a wall, and then there's like another one that's maybe like 15 feet past him, more like in the actual warehouse itself, and they're just on the ground. No rolls necessary. You know they're gone. You start to hear a scream a little bit further in.
Perfect. My heart hurts for a second as I'm running past them, and I can smell their burning flesh. I'm gonna run past them towards the scream and just kind of nod my head in a solemn like awareness, or what is it called, acknowledgement that we lost them. In my head, Buka just hears the scream and a mantra of like, focus on what you can, focus on what you can do. What can you do? Focus on that. Keep going.
As you go, one of the support beams that was diagonal holding up this third floor, at this point where the scream is, you see that it has fallen, and you notice the feet of someone that's like screaming, and then they're kicking, and so it seems to have landed on like one of their legs.
Dang it. You would give me some... why are you giving me a strength here? Is the pillar on fire?
It is not on fire.
Yes. Okay. Can I run up? Hello? Are you okay? Are you alive?
Like as he like as the guy's like yelling, as like part of it like in pain, and part of it like also in fear, he looks at you, and you do recognize his guard. His name is Batia. And Buka, what happened?
Batia, you're good. I got you. And I just start trying to lift this or roll this pillar off. I might break the rest of his leg, but I think I have a better chance of getting it off of him that way.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make a strength check.
There's no way. Does it even matter if I rolled a 1?
The beam is just so heavy. Luckily, it's not on fire, but it is just so heavy. But you being there seems to have calmed him down enough that he's not in full panic mode. He's terrified right now, but at least seeing someone attempting to help in this seems to have at least kind of calmed him down a little bit. As that is happening, you start to hear the sound of wood just as it's like burning. There's a part of further down where you are, which I guess geographically be like close to the entrance, but the third floor. But a huge chunk of the floor from the third floor just boom drops down, and like you can feel the floor that you're on starts to like, shake.
Yeah. Batia, is there anybody else here? I passed by a couple bodies on the way up. I'm so sorry. I couldn't save them.
Alana and Thomas were working tonight. Oh God.
Is it just you 3?
No, there's a couple more, but they were downstairs. I think they would have got out or.
Okay, you gotta help me push one more time, and I start yelling for help. I start screaming, help!
We'll roll another strength check.
Okay.
A 2 on the die.
So
3.
What happens when you roll 2 natural 1s in a row?
You win the game.
Go to heaven.
For those of you learning how to play D&D,
Listen, they're not great. If we learn anything from Pen Bal,
We're on fire now. That's bullshit.
it is fully. It's. I'll say that just for the cinematics of it, you can see that at the end of this beam is starting to catch on fire as flame is starting to lick it a little bit. But with a perception check of 16, someone does hear the yelling as you're calling out for help.
There's someone else there.
We will cut back
excited.
to Val and Piers. At this point, you guys get to the stairwell as you guys are climbing up to the second floor. And as you guys get to the second floor, you do see Buka is kind of crouched down as he is attempting to lift this beam, this like massive wooden beam that you guys can tell is like starting to catch on fire as the red glow of it is starting to burn at the edges. And that's when you guys start to hear him yelling and calling out for help.
I think seeing Buka try to move the thing and see him struggle, I'm going to get over there as quickly as I can. And as I come up on the beam, I'm going to enter rage. And like as I enter rage, I'll be like coming down with my second foot to like plant and find some sturdy ground as I just wrap around this beam the best I can.
Yeah, 100%. For anybody that would like to attempt to, go ahead and roll strength checks. With the added help, you guys still have to roll a decent amount. It's still a pretty heavy beam. Piers can do it with advantage because rage, but this will help lower the DC a little bit. So
15.
Very nice. My boy rolled a 12.
11.
Nice.
11.
22.
22. As it goes, it's like this beam has fully rushed one of his left like calf and then his right thigh, just the way that it's angled. As you guys are able to move it, you guys get one big lift. It's still massively heavy, and you're able to get it off of his left foot. And at this point, it's on his right, like right on his right foot still. But you guys are at this point, it's been able to help a lot, and he seems to kind of be calming down as more people come to his aid. And if you guys would like to do another strength check to finally just fully get it off.
Yeah, I rolled a 7. I pull out my rapier just in case.
Buka, put that away.
I go. There's no
Immediately. Listen, Buka, man, we've done too much together, man.
I grab him by the back of his head and say, "Batia,
Don't do it, man.
you
Don't do it
right now.
Don't
You don't
do it,
need
man.
that foot.
No, I really
But
want
I
it.
need you."
No, I don't need it, but I want it.
Buka, we have him though. It's fine.
Batia starts just swinging at you.
Shh, you'll be okay. It'll be fine.
Pierce got a 21.
21. What did Val get?
A 16.
16. Cool. You guys are able to, because this point is just like his actual foot. This one is probably more painful for him, but at this point you roll it off, and you guys kind of help him to his feet. You can tell immediately that his left foot is angled. That one is like clearly broken, but it seems that his right leg, his thigh, catching kind of like the majority of the actual weight of it, seems, you could tell, is just so hurt, but doesn't seem broken. So he does have one broken foot, but not two. So he's able to kind of like stand on one leg as he's leaning against Buka, and Batia just goes and just says, "You guys, have you seen Alana or Thomas?"
I'm sorry, Batia. I think they're gone.
Okay, let's get out of here. Can you guys help me?
Yeah, and I push him onto Pierce. Pierce, you got him?
Wait. Can I cast Cure Wounds on whatever's hurting him the most right now? You know what? Pierce can just carry him. It's fine.
I'll say for the mechanics of it, that he is not like in danger of dropping like HP wise, but it does not cure his broken foot because cinematics. That's what we're
Can
here
it take
about.
away
as
his
tabletop.
anxiety? The wound
If
of
you
his
have
anxiety.
if you have a calm emotions, you sure can.
If you have a Xanax,
Or a Xanax. I will accept
D&D
either.
Xanax.
Yeah,
Sorry,
the
bud.
spell is called Xanax. There's also morphine.
You're like, it's
Third level.
Dilaudid, morphine, Benadryl, oxycodone.
spell slots, you get prescribed a certain amount of uses.
As you guys kind of help him, and you guys are starting to walk towards the staircase and go down, based on what he had said as far as upstairs, you guys have seen who was up there. Go ahead and give me just a final perception check as you guys are starting to make your way out.
Perception.
18.
21.
5.
Hey, Himbo's back.
My boy's back. I'll say, Pierce, you're kind of like leading, making sure any like obstacle that might come in the way that you are able to like move it out of the way as more and more parts of the building are starting to fall. Pierce is in the front, and I'll say that Val and Buka are like on either side of him, just helping him walk towards the staircase. You guys are still about 25 feet away. You two being in the back hear armor behind you.
Behind us. I turn.
Standing probably at about, there's two individuals pull up as they're walking, hearing Buka's shouts earlier, dressed fully in armor that at this point has been blackened and scorched. Humanoid, it's hard to tell, full faceplate. With those perception checks as well, you notice branded on the armor, you notice the symbol that you guys had seen in the ring as well.
You guys better get out. This building's on fire.
They both look at each other.
Buka, they have armor.
The one that you can tell is a little bit more in charge in this duo, standing a little bit taller. The armor seems to be a little bit more well crafted. Looks, kind of steps forward a little bit, standing at this point probably about 15 feet away from you guys. And he looks at you and says, "You aren't making it out of here."
I crouch and I turn to Pierce. Pierce, what do you mean we're not going to get out of here? We're going.
No. We're the ones that are leaving.
I think I take Batya's arm off of my shoulders and I step in front of Batya and Val.
Everybody here to roll initiative.
11.
Pierce got a 25.
I got a 10.
First in initiative, we have Pierce.
Well, Pierce is already in a rage from moving the pillar that had fallen on Bartra, so I think I'm gonna immediately just go for an attack on the like front knight, closest one to me. Dirty 20 for a hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
Cool.
You're hitting the guy that ended up kind of doing the speaking for the two of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. 13 damage. Feel like I would have hit him in a run. So instead of like slashing at him, I would have come like up in an attempt to dramatically hit his, what I think is his strong arm, to like underneath into like the side.
Love it.
Arm
As he pulls out his sword, he has it kind of ready to go. It's like a two-handed sword. You go and you take a swipe, and as you find a weak spot in the armor, in the arms, and you just are able to get like a good cut in, and you can see that he kind of like grunts in pain a little bit, and then just retightens his grip on the sword. And as he looks at you, as you're standing right next to him, and just says, "I appreciate you're going to make this more of a fight than the other ones did."
Say something cool. Say something cool.
We're just getting started.
The guy behind him was like, "Nice. That's good."
And that will, because I did hit with a two-handed swing, so that will end my turn.
As he gets hit and you're right next to him, he is going to take two swings at you. 19.
19 hits, yeah.
19 and then a 13 to hit.
Yes. Or no,
Word
sorry.
mystery.
13 doesn't.
I was like, man, he's really weak. You guys, hey,
Yeah,
listen. Hey,
what the heck
listen.
is wrong with me?
Jordan is weak. You get hit for 9 points of slashing damage
Ooh.
as he goes and just has like the blade close to your body, and he literally just cuts down as you just feel like a gash like form on your chest.
Remind me when it's an odd number and I only take half the damage. Is it the higher or lower of the half?
Lower of the half. You only take 4 points of damage. That's right. You are currently raging.
Okay, Rager.
Okay, rage.
And I think at 4 damage, as he like puts a gash in my shoulder, like you could see it. It happened for sure. But Pierce is just still standing straight up. Like it doesn't make him like bend down or anything.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's really good.
he's really good. That is gonna go to the knight that's behind him. He has like a long sword. He doesn't have like the heavy great sword that the guy in front of you does. But you see that as he's holding the weapon in his left hand, his right hand goes up. You see it's kind of hard to hear with like at this point as combat is beginning. He mutters some kind of incantation, and he is going to cast Hold Person. Go ahead and roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
You're gonna do great.
11.
You immediately feel your joints lock up as you are paralyzed in this moment. That uses up his action. That is going to be Val with Buka on deck.
Can I cast Hail of Thought? Wait, is
Is it a
there a
single
way to
target spell?
cast it that it doesn't hit Pierce?
Is it an area effect?
Yeah, Hail of
Who are you aiming for?
the one that didn't say anything that casted the spell.
Go ahead and do your bow attack.
Okay, I'll hit the guy that locked up Pierce, and then I'll
Oh.
do Hail of Thorns. First, I take my bow, I dip it into the flame, make it glow a little. Then I aim and I shoot my arrow, and then I cast Hail of Thorns.
Love it. Go ahead and roll to see if you hit with the bow.
25 to hit.
How much?
So I rolled a 17, and then it's plus 8,
Plus 8.
right? Yeah. So
Oh,
25.
100% hits. Yeah.
8. Yeah. No,
Mhm.
D4.
No, D8.
So yeah, go ahead and roll your bow damage.
Okay.
And then we can do Hail of Thorns.
10.
As the arrow just lands and you cast Hail of Thorns, I roll a dexterity saving throw. What is your DC?
13.
He does add a +2 to this. So you guys want a 10 or lower. That is a 3. So go ahead and roll your D10.
Do I also need to roll a dex saving? Because it says creatures within 5 feet, but I don't know how close the two guys were.
Then you would be fine, actually.
I was like, I'm right up on the dude that was talking to us, but
Yeah, they're literally just enough of a distance where him and the knight that hit you and you do not get hit with that.
I got a 3.
3 points. Cool.
Yeah.
As thorns sprout.
Let's bring Batya with me and move to the left back as far as we can go.
Yeah, and again, he can walk.
But he's injured.
He is injured by all means. Wow, so helpful. That was so helpful. Cool. What's your movement?
30.
30. I think since you are helping carry him, we'll count it as like difficult terrain. So it'll be 15 feet of
Okay.
movement that you guys are able to kind of skedaddle out of the way. Very cool. That is action, bonus action, and movement. Uka, that is going to be you.
Perfect. I am going to enter the fray. And I oh no. Can I tell Pierce is frozen?
Go ahead and make either a perception or arcana.
to spell a concentration spell.
Yes.
It is a concentration.
Wait, would he
Perception.
break his concentration since I hit him?
He passes con check.
15 on deception.
15. I'll say that you see him kind of like lock up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's just scared.
He's
He
scared.
pulled something.
In this
Holding him.
moment, I think Buko realizes that this is my time. My friends are scared and injured. Val is running away.
I just
Pierce
That
literally
is
frozen in
Technically
his-
true.
I'm a
Pierce is
ranger.
frozen in his boots. With fear, I don't know. I can't see his face. So I'm going to tap into my courage and dive in and try to attack this. Try to attack this guy. The main guy.
The bigger dude? Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to attack him.
Go
Normal
for it.
attack with my rapier.
Rapier.
Oh no.
Nice catch.
Thank you. It was we did it. 14 plus 5? 19?
19 hits.
Okay. And here we go. Oh yeah. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Hey, listen, it's all about slow and steady, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep. And in the heat of this moment, I'm also going to cast a healing word on myself.
Oh yeah, love it.
And the healing word
As you feel like just like a swelling on your
Yeah.
head from your injury from earlier.
my healing word is not today, not today, not today. And I'm going to heal for 5 points.
All right, heal that up, baby. Any movement or any additional movement? Because you do have long strider still.
I do have
so
long
you do
strider.
have a.
Yes, I am afraid that if I move away, they're going to try to attack me.
Do you want to just stay where you are?
Yeah, I'll stay because my friend is obviously terrified. I'm going to stay right next to him.
He's shaking. Wait, no, he's not.
He's petrified right now.
Oh,
He's frozen with fear.
petrified.
Yeah.
No. I was petrified.
Very cool. Now as Batia's turn comes into Batia, as he's like holding on to Val, this is my time to shine.
No, it's not.
I'll defend you guys.
You have
And he
a
goes
broken
and
foot.
steps on his left foot and just as he just fully just collapses. And the only thing that's holding him up is Val as his arm is around your neck. And you just feel like the immediate just
Why did you?
just leave me here. Just go. Just help your friends go.
I'm helping from here.
I know. Just let me go. And then he just kind of
Can I
he's
just
like fetal
gently
position
like
on their
drop
neck.
him to the floor?
Yeah, he just goes like full fetal. He's just like, I'm sorry, I wasn't help. Very cool. That is gonna be Pierce. Just go ahead and make another wisdom save.
That's
Well,
a
there's
good
a
spell.
14, I think.
14,
Yeah, 14.
just passes.
Oh, he's
Plus
not
0.
petrified.
Let's go.
So at the end of your turn, you feel the whole time like you're trying to break against it, and then you just find like a wellspring of rage.
He's just an angry guy.
He's just an angry guy. Very cool. This guy is gonna take 2 swings at you with his great sword.
Is he ignoring me? Okay. Rude.
Let me get my hits in, okay? Hold on. Just you wait. Just you wait, okay? 17 to hit for the first one.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take a second swing at Buka because he sees that Buka is upset
I am
that
equally
he wasn't targeted.
equally as big of a foe. As if you'll notice, I'm taller. I'm a taller foe.
He does notice this and sees the immediate threat. 15 to hit.
Yeah.
There you go. Pierce, you take a solid 6 half to 3 damage.
Nice.
And then Buka, you take 8 points of slashing damage.
I just appreciate this guy for keeping my rage going.
He's
Thanks,
just
man.
"Yeah,
Thanks, guy.
yeah," as he just goes, as this guy is melee with both of y'all.
What is concentration? If it's less than 10, it's just I got to be at a 10.
Correct.
Perfect. 11.
Cool. You maintain your heroism, I believe. That's your concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Other guy, he is gonna run and use up his. So at this point, he's 10 feet away from you, Val and Batia, as he sees Batia as the greatest threat. He's gonna cast Sacred Flame.
We're already on fire, my guy.
Flame-like radiance
Ugh.
drops down, and then he is. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Do I have to? That's just once, right? So 8 plus 14.
14 just passes. It flies right above Batia, kind of where he is.
I think as I
crouched
get
on the
up
ground.
from like dodging it, I'm like, has anyone? Wait, no. Has no one ever told you that you shouldn't fight fire with fire?
They mentioned this back in the temple.
Mind game.
No.
Mind games.
No, she's right. She's right. Batia is like nodding on the ground.
He's still
But that is going to
feeling
be
this. Can I just smack? Wait, how far are you? 10 feet?
just 10 feet away because you ended up moving back.
Okay.
He's still 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I'll take my longbow and hit him.
And do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Wait, no, but this time I still want to do the flame and arrow thing because that's fun. Because I want to fight him
Yeah.
with fire now, since he fought me with fire. Ooh,
Oh.
not 20.
Ooh, baby.
Your fire is on fire.
You said don't fight fire with fire, but she's fighting fire with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I believe it's a D8, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll 2 D8s plus whatever you would normally add. So the modifier stays the same. The dice get doubled.
Okay. That's a 1. That's a 2. And
Oh,
then
no.
3 plus 7.
So 10 points of damage.
3 plus 4, 7. 7 points.
Oh, 7 points. Gotcha. Very cool. As you see, like, some of the fire starting to catch, like where his shirt is underneath the armor, and he's just like, as he's patting it out, he's just like, "You said no fire with fire."
You started it.
I know, but that doesn't make sense. It's hypocritical of you to do this. At this point, I also will say that you did put Batia down, so Batia is
He's just there.
Batia's prone.
he is prone.
I think I'm just gonna stay with Batia. We'll just stay here.
Cool. Let's do it. That is going to be Buka.
Perfect. I am going to swing at this big boy.
Love it.
And I would like to use a distracting strike. If I
By all means, first time using one of your Buccaneer dice.
Yeah. Okay. So
For the listeners,
listen,
a Buka is a homebrew bard, so he does have some special little things he gets to do.
yes. So I rolled a 15 on the die with my rapier is +5, so 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Perfect. Distracting strike is when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 Buccaneer dice to distract the creature, giving your allies an opening. You add the die to the damage, and the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me has advantage.
And then and Pierce is in range.
Let's go. Oh, I gotta roll my damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll in damage.
Damage. This is so silly. Okay, so 3 plus 4, so that's 4 plus 5, 9 damage.
9 damage? Oh yeah.
So good.
It's still good. Still good. We did it. And now Pierce has advantage.
Hey, something good came from this.
There is. Yeah.
You slash like a part and where the visor is, just like a small opening, and blood starts to trickle down. It's kind of hard to see like through the visor, and then his attention focuses on Buka. And then as he looks at you, as you make that cut, he's like, "Shouldn't have done that, little tabaxi."
And somehow, not being scared, I say, "Well, I did."
Damn, he's good. Batia starts to kind of roll away a little bit as he's still like prone on the ground, and he's like, I'm gonna get out of here. And then he kind of just rolls just a little bit out of the way. So he only moves about 10 feet, but he's just.
Is the ground on fire still, or is it hot? And
There are parts of it where he's at, he's fine, but
so he's rolling
it
in
wouldn't
soot.
matter. It wouldn't matter because he stopped dropping and rolling.
Yeah.
No, he was already stopped dropped.
Yeah.
now he's rolling. Yeah, it makes sense. The math is mathing.
Yeah.
Very cool. As we go back to the top of the initiative order, it is going to be Pierce, your turn. And you do have advantage on your
Attack.
Your hit.
Or at least on this guy specifically.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm gonna two-handed swing on him with a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Thick. Love that. 10 damage.
Ooh. He's starting to look he's looking pretty hurt right now. It's kind of hard to get like a full visual just because they are wearing like full armor, but you can tell immediately just like the way that he's starting to hold like the greatsword a little bit closer to himself as like the injuries are starting to take hold.
I'm also going to use Action Surge, which allows me to take an additional action, so I will be taking another two-handed swing.
Do it. This one will be just a single.
Yeah, not advantage. Yeah. Stay in the box.
No, you're supposed to think outside the box.
20 to hit.
Not an option.
20 hits.
9 damage on that one.
9 damage. Very cool. Yeah, so starting to look hurt as you're starting to get like your flashes in. And at this point, he is starting to look pretty hurt. On initiative 20, we are going to have a lair action. Immediately, you guys hear this like crack go through the entire like third floor as whatever weight from like the crates and the fires seem to have weakened the floor itself above you. As you guys just all are able to look up and see the ground above you or the ceiling above you crack as large pieces of wood start coming down. I need everybody to roll dexterity saving throws.
Okay. I got a 12.
22.
16 for Pierce.
Cool. Anyone that got only Val passes this one. Val, you're still going to take half damage. Everyone takes 11 bludgeoning. And then I guess because it's bludgeoning for Pierce and for Val, it'd be halved to 5 damage. As literally just like parts of the floor and crates are starting to like boom collapse on the ground above you. And as they're falling, you feel like the floor that you're on also feel weakened just from the fire and the debris that's starting to fall down a little bit.
For a visual, did the guy we're fighting get hit?
Both of them actually did pass their dex saves. They're not super dexterous, but they're dexterous enough. Puka, all good with the con?
Yeah,
With the concentration?
Somehow. I got.
Hey, no. Honestly, feels cinematic.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah.
Very cool. That is going to be a big guy. He is looking around and is like feeling like just like some of the debris just kind of like clinks off of his armor. And he looks at Buka and Pierce and just says, I told you none of us were leaving. And he's going to take his swings. A 17 for the first one. And he's going just for Pierce for this one.
17 hits.
17. And then a 14 for the second one.
This is
cool. That is 9 halved to 4 slashing damage as he is just trying to whittle away at Pierce, who seems to be like just the sturdier, maybe not the taller out of the two of you guys, but seems to be like the sturdier. As he like takes his slash, he's like, I thought the tall guy was going to be a problem, but it seems like you are. As he goes and tries to take 2 swipes at you, you're able to deflect the first one, but as he makes his comment, I think the indignation of that comment distracts Pierce long enough where the guy's able to get like a slash.
It's almost like I look around for a tall guy.
I'm the tall guy.
I'm a tall guy. Perfect. Cool. That is going to be his turn. The other knight is going to go and close in on Val. So also we'll say, Val, being in melee does make you roll your bow, specifically with this person, with disadvantage. Just because they're literally just
You're too
right
close
there.
to him.
Yeah, so you can either like move, you can also cast spells.
Mhm.
So you do have a little bit of options, but just before you get to your turn, just as a heads up. But he is going to take a hit. He gets a +3 to this. 16 to hit?
Just barely.
Okay. Hey, just barely.
Fair.
You are going to take inflict wounds is not it's not a nothing spell. Not great rolls though. For 3d10, I rolled 2, a 2, and a 3. For 7 points of necrotic damage.
Let's go.
Oh, bad for you.
But he goes and like you feel like as he like places his hand like on your shoulder, specifically the one where you like pull the bow from, and just immediately you just feel like the sickening like feeling of it, like it feels hot and then it feels cold as you look down and you just see like necrosis start to kind of like form a little bit like on your shoulder.
Mhm.
But before it becomes like too heavy, you're able to like kind of pull a little bit.
It's icy hot.
It's an icy hot.
Tiger's
I
bomb.
don't
This
want
is
that icy hot.
the fantasy version of an icy hot. That is going to be Val with Puka on deck.
Let's run. Which way did the guy roll away to?
We'll say to your left.
Let's start by running towards where he's at as far as I can go.
Cool. This guy does get an attack of opportunity on you, but I don't think a 11 is going to hit.
No.
So cool. He takes as he like has that, he is so focused on that as you move, he goes and takes a swing at you, and you're able to move out of the way.
I can move and then attack, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's use my longbow again and then hit. Yeah. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
I got a 1.
A 1
Let's
plus.
go +4, so 5.
5 points of damage. Cool. You're able to get in a shot as it hits like just like his rib cage, as he's like as you make your movement and he turns to like face you, it exposes like his left side and you just get a shot in, and he like pulls it out as like blood is starting to like drip down from the armor. Very cool. That's your movement and actions. Anything else from Val?
Can I Cure my own wound? Oh, no. That's an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cure wounds is an action.
Okay, so no. That's it. I'm
Cool,
good.
cool. That is going to be Buka.
Okay. I am going to use a spell. I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers at the 2nd level. Yeah, I whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of my choice within range can hear. My range is 60 feet. And you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh,
Wisdom.
this guy does not add anything. What's the DC?
13.
12 on the die plus 0.
Nice.
I whisper, suck it. And you take 4d6.
No!
4d6. Okay, let me roll this.
Words hurt.
Oh, yeah, for real. That's a lot of psychic damage.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage?
Yeah.
He is looking hurt.
And I
You're still not dead.
and I whisper and I yell to Pierce, say, Pierce, run. And I'm going to do a healing word on myself.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. Pa, pa, pa.
Pierce, run. Because I need it. It's gonna be 1st level.
Love it. Do you run?
No, I stand still. But I'm telling Pierce to run.
You should run and take the
I get 7. I get 7 back. Okay.
Love it.
And I say, Pierce, run. Trust me. You can do your attack first if you want, but then get out of here.
Go on, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Very cool. Anything else from Buka? No movement, right?
No movement. I stand my ground.
Very cool. That is going to be Batia's turn. You see, at this point, he uses half his movement to get up. So now he's down to 15 feet. And then he is going to start heading towards the door. And so that's cut down to 7 feet of movement.
Just rolled. He got 10 feet last time.
But he rolled away from the staircase.
Oh, okay.
Now there's too much fire to roll around anymore.
Dang it.
Yeah. Plus, also, it's only because he stood up, but now he has a little bit more movement once he's on his feet. But he's behind Val. He's like, "Good luck," as he starts to make his way towards the
Did we
staircase.
even save you?
He's like, "Hey, listen, I didn't ask to be brought into this fight. Okay, I said you guys can go on your own."
We should have cut your foot off.
Oh, what? That is gonna be
Sick. Just going 2-handed swing then, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
For sure, dude. 17?
17 misses.
Oh.
He's starting to, as kind of the confidence that this guy had earlier starts to settle into this is becoming an extremely dangerous fight. He locks in a little bit and is able to deflect your sword out of the way. Very cool. He's gonna be back to the lair action on the 20, where this is between where it'll be right behind where Buka and Pierce are, and then so it'll be the in-between area between where the two combats are happening. As the floor continues to open up, this massive crate falls down in that area in between, and the floor immediately collapses where you guys are, and you guys are brought in. I need everyone to roll dexterity saving throws as you guys start to fall towards the first floor.
Come on. There we go. 21.
25.
Won't you do something for me?
Did you say 25?
Yeah, I got a 19, and then it's plus
Dang.
6 dexterity.
Nice. I got an 18.
18. Everyone passes, so you guys are able to. You guys are kind of roll as the floor collapses, and you guys just hear the creak of wood as it just fully gives way as the crate continues falling down. Boom! Ground collapses, second floor falls down, but you guys are able to roll to your feet as you guys are all kind of now in the same general melee area. The only person that this didn't affect was Batia, because he was headed towards the staircase.
Nice.
So
That 7 feet. That 7 feet saved him.
Yeah.
he's as he looks down, he's like, "I'll meet you guys downstairs," and just kind of continues on. That is going to be the big guy. He is going to take 2 more swings at Pierce.
Ah, dang it. Wait, you stayed? You didn't run away? Oh no. How much health do you have?
I said,
We're all in the
You
same
okay?
area
I'm
now.
good. I know.
You're gonna
Okay.
kill me.
I,
19 to hit, and then a 16, or sorry, 21 to hit and a 16 to hit.
21 hits, 16 misses.
Cool. He goes in. See, this is what I need for my D6s. Okay, 2 6s. Have to 6. He is able. He's like at this point starting to more furiously just you hear yelling and grunting as he's like taking swings.
My rage having everything is definitely helping.
And then that is going to be the other guy. You guys are in the same general melee area, but at this point, this guy's still focusing on Val. As he looks at the wound that's been like festering, like that the necrotic wound, he looks at you and says, like, we should finish the job. And is going to take another inflict wounds at it. And 18 to hit.
Yeah.
You don't seem thrilled that my guy's trying to kill you.
No,
Hey, what's up with that?
I don't have health.
You're about to have a lot less health after this.
Oh, no.
16 points of damage.
Ouch.
I only have 13 points of health.
Val goes down.
She falls.
As he goes, and he does one of those sick bully moves where the wound is festering. He like digs his thumb into it, and you just feel like necrotic energy go up, like up your neck, like off your shoulder, up your neck, and your vision just goes dark as Val goes down. Val, go ahead and roll a saving throw.
What saving?
Go ahead and roll a D20.
Uh-huh.
10 or above is considered a success. 9 or below is considered a failure.
Not 20.
You are prone. You are on the ground, but you do come back with 1 HP.
Let's go.
No one touched.
As he digs his thumb into this necrotic wound and continues feeding in this necrotic energy, your vision goes dark and you collapse to your knees, and you just feel like you're about to black out. And somewhere in the recess, right before you fully pass out, you hear your father's voice just saying, disappointment like always, Valentina. As that voice fills in your head, you're able to maintain consciousness.
Can one single tear just fall?
And before it even hits the ground, it dries up as the heat and the fire continue in this place. What a great turn. So that does use up the turn, though.
I must stay right here.
That is going to be Buka. Buka, you do see this. Again, as you guys are now all into this same part of the first floor.
Mm-hmm. We're all on the first floor. How close is Val to me specifically?
Literally like 10 feet away. 10 feet away.
I'm just going to whisper in this big boy's ear again and say, oh, look at that. The door. Looks like we are getting out of here. And you need to roll a wisdom saving throw. 13.
Hits a 13.
God damn it.
Again, no pluses to this.
Gosh, nobody wins. Nobody wins. And I'm going to cast.
Does he get half damage though, or?
On a failed save, on the successful save, target takes half as much damage. Yeah, so 14, half to 7.
He is on death's door.
Oh, nice. Bonus, I can healing word myself. Or, oh no, Val, you have 1. I'm going to healing word Val.
Thanks.
I don't know how much this is going to
nice.
help you. Yeah, so nice of me. So you get back, you get back 7.
Yay! Yay!
Uh-huh.
Batia, somewhere upstairs, is using his movement to get to the staircase.
Oh,
And I'll say at this point, he is using full dash actions. So as much as he can with his hurt foot, but he is making his way. So he's somewhere in the staircase. So you guys don't really know because you guys are in the middle of this combat. But that is going to be Pierce's turn.
Nice. Swinging at the big guy. 18.
18 just hits.
Oh, thank God.
Dylan.
10 points of damage.
What does it look like as you finally take?
I think I just kind of not annoyed, but my rage just being fueled every time he hits me, especially when he hit me when I was like paralyzed and I couldn't move. And as I swing for his head, I'm going to say, and now the action is over.
Whew. And then just fully just decapitate this guy as he is standing in front of you, and his head just falls to his knees and his head just rolls away. He is killed. Any movement from Pierce?
Please help me.
I am going to use Second Wind, which gives me nice 9 points of healing. And I want to use movement to get in between Val and the other dude.
That is going to be our last friend that we have there. As he like turns around and sees his companion fully decapitated on the ground, Pierce and Val that are like right next to him. You just see like panic form in his eyes. He is gonna cast Shield of Faith on himself, and he is gonna start running. Buka and Pierce would get attacks of opportunity.
Let's go. Put him down. Put him down.
From the ground, I shout, "Grab the chest plate of the other guy!"
I'm going
Please?
to.
Oh, easy peasy.
I'm going to brace with this guy. I'm going to use another one of my Buccaneer dice.
Do you want to describe to the listeners what brace is?
Yeah. When a creature I see moves into the reach that me and my melee weapon, I can use my reaction to expend 1 die and make an attack against the creature using that weapon. If the attack hits, add the die to the weapon's damage roll. Hopefully it's not a 1 this time, and hopefully I still hit with the Shield of Faith. What is Shield of Faith? +5?
No, just +2.
+2. Okay. Dear Lord. Here we go.
Yeah, he's armored up, but you know he's not as like heavily armed. The guy
That's the other
just
guy.
got taken down. Yeah. Hey, tell the listeners what you got, Buka.
So I think it should be a crime. Punishable
When you do something cool.
punishable by, I don't know. We need to think of a punishment for when somebody rolls 3 natural ones within an hour of playing a game. Yeah. I stab a crate next to him.
He gives you like a whoop as he just like moves to the side a little bit.
And my rapier is stuck. Oh no.
Pierce, did yours hit?
I got a 22 to hit.
I'll go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, well, that was max. 14 damage.
14 damage. This man also is on death's door with 1 HP left.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So much.
How much movement does he have?
Well, at this point, he's gonna.
He can't dash. He
cannot dash. He can't dash. He is gonna use up all 30 feet of his movement.
Get his ass.
Right.
Get him. Come on.
And then that is Val.
Val, shoot him.
I can still hit him, right? Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, you have your bow. So it does take half movement for you to get out like into standing
stand
position,
up.
but your action is still what it normally. So you can. You're more than welcome to hit him.
Perfect. A 15. 15.
With an AC of 13
Yes.
plus 2
The
at exactly
15.
15. What does it look like as Val? You take this hit him with a bow or hit him with the arrow.
Can I get him right in the back of the neck? So I grab my arrow, shoot it, it flies through the air, hit it in the back of the neck, and I was like, that's almost killing me.
As he just arrow piercing through the front of his neck, he like turns and it ends up knocking over or knocking off his helm, and you see this like 20-something-year-old human, kind of like your guys' age. As he turns and you see like his helm is off, it's like a faint whisper, but all you hear is as like blood is dribbling down, the Pyre will live.
Pyre.
Wow,
As he collapses on the ground. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Cue the music. Ba, 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 ba.
that's pretty good. Thanks for saving me.
That was fun. That worked out really